he started airing some dirty laundry and from the locker room. He goes, I know, paraphrasing here, but I know Hurts is trying and A.J. Brown could be better with how he responds to things. They were friends, but things have changed. He later backtracked and said, I just assumed I had it all wrong, and now people are going to run with that part. Like, what do you make of it as if one of your teammates went on air, and it sounds like Brandon Graham didn't mean to do this, but what do you make of it when a teammate goes out and airs dirty laundry, especially when you're a 2-loss team competing for the 1 seed?
Well, I don't think he was trying to say it like that. I think that's what's tough about doing live TV or live radio or live anything. You can't say, hey, cut that out. No, I misspoke right there, because it is what it is. You're speaking, you're talking fast. We do it every week now, so you get used to it. Your brain functions really quick. You know the consequences if you slip up, if you have a misstep, if you misspeak. So you try to quickly correct it. You try to say, hey, my bad. I meant to say A, B, and C. And Brandon, I don't think he meant to air the dirty laundry. He's a veteran player. He's been in this league a long time. He's played for a long time. He's done a lot of interviews. So, that was probably him just trying to be honest, show a bit of transparency. But I mean, you don't need Brandon Graham to say what you can see. Everybody saw A.J. Brown's interview, and he didn't take direct shots at Jalen Hurts, but he was frustrated. Not everybody remembers last year at the end of the season when A.J. Brown got hurt, and there were rumors that he could have came back. Maybe he could have came back. Maybe he could have played one more game and came back for the playoffs, and he didn't. And he just ended the season. And then, there were rumors that he was frustrated about his contract, and he got a new contract. And after he got the new contract, he's come back and everything, all is healed, all is well. Nobody remembers that he was pretty much done. People were wondering if he was even going to come back to Philly at the end of last season and how it went. And now we're getting to the second half of the season again. And Jalen Hurts is kind of looking a little bit different than he did in the first half of the season. You see, people are making cut-ups of the routes that Devontae and AJ are running where they're open. And they're not getting the ball. There's even plays where he's open and Jalen's looking at him and he's not letting the ball go. I don't know if he's gun shy. I don't know if he's just, trying to make sure he doesn't mess it up, or he just knows, hey, we can lean on the run game. I don't want to throw interceptions. I don't want to put the ball in harm's way, so I'm going to be safe. Whatever it is, they're winning games. So it's working, but your star receivers getting frustrated going into the playoffs isn't a great thing. And when they're talking about they need to improve the pass game and, that things need to be seen better, and everybody's going to say the right things, but when they're saying these things this frustrated after a win, it just seems like if somehow they would have lost that game, or somehow they lose this next game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'd want to hear that interview after that game. I'd want to hear what's said, because that would tell me a lot about what's going on. Now, Brandon Graham may not know anything. He may be friends with both of them. He may not even talk to either one of them. I don't know what their locker room looks like, but he backtracked and said, he doesn't, maybe he just was assuming. That's fine. But eventually, the truth is going to come to light.
Richard, let's move on to buy or sell. I'm going to make a couple statements here. You let me know whether you're going to buy or sell it. Let's start in Pittsburgh, and I'm just going to paint a scenario here. The Pittsburgh Steelers should bring back Russell Wilson on a deal similar to the one that Kirk Cousins signed with the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm sure Russell would sign that deal 100 times out of 100, and I do mean $100 million in his bank account. Yeah, true. They'll bring him back. I buy that. They'll bring him back on some kind of deal that makes sense for both sides. With the way he's played, I see no reason why they wouldn't. It seems like a match, a hand-in-glove fit. They understand him. He understands them. Doesn't put the ball in harm's way, plays the game like Mike Tomlin would have played, gives the ball to his playmakers and allows them to eat. George Pickens is having a really productive year with him. I think I buy that.